Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's upload of the PokéSells official podcast. My name is Rocco Mitchell, and I'm your host. We messed up the intro while doing the podcast, and I didn't realize it until we were editing. So here is the 50th episode of the PokéSells official podcast with my boy Andrew, also known as Ritual Hits. In this week's episode of the podcast, we talked all things Pokemon, things about the new One Piece market, and what it's like to be a Pokemon vendor in this turbulent time of the Pokemon card market. I hope you enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, follow, and subscribe so we could see you guys next week. Insane Clutch Up literally talked about getting on the pod I think 3 hours ago, 2 hours ago, something crazy like that. We have our boy Andrew, Ritual Hits, a returning guest on the podcast. Make sure to watch our previous podcast. It is podcast episode 25. So a while ago, 6 months ago. A lot has changed in those 6 months, which we will obviously talk about. But Andrew, if you could just reintroduce yourself for those at home that might not know you.
Man, I have no idea what I said last time. But yeah, my name's Andrew. I co-own a Pokemon company with my wife, known as Ritual Hits. And yeah, I just like selling cardboard, man. There's not really much else to it. I'm sure my intro last time was long.
Yeah.
But I just like selling cardboard. I like making friends, having a good time.
Yeah, no, for real. That's what we all like to do. But yeah, no, it's been great. I know it's been like I said, the last 6 months have been crazy. Especially with Pokemon and in general, like both of our businesses, I feel like have accelerated and gone really well. It's been definitely a good 6 months. We had that 2-week bubble or 2-week burst where everyone was like panic selling. That was funny. And now I feel like everything's just back up on the up and up again. I don't know how you feel about that, but I think.
I mean, I haven't. My next show isn't until December 20th. I haven't vended in like 3 weeks. I didn't sell everything when the whole market. Well, it was not really market crash. It was more just things were leveling out to what they should be. Which when I started all this to begin with, I started when it was all down. Anyways. Yeah, I mean it's kind of been crazy, and we can get into it, but there was something after PokéFest that happened with Ritual Hits, which I don't know how much you want to go into that or not, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
You're the host. You lead.
Yeah, no, it's been same thing for me. I got into it last year, just November of last year. And it was like on the market down, or a little bit market down, and then obviously everything started building up, and it was just like crazy. And it's fun. It's fun to ride those waves. But also like recently, I think was the last show you did was that PokéFest?
No, I went and did the Chattanooga flip.
How was that?
It was good. Even though I got put in the very back of the room, like it was looking at the back of the convention center.
Okay.
We still had a good show. I spent way too much money, which I seem to do a lot. I've noticed.
Yeah. No, I realize that too, especially now since me and Max have like the whole wholesaling thing, or like the whole where we ship off for all those junk slabs and everything that we buy. I feel like the reason I asked about PokéFest was because that was like the last show that I saw you at Vend, and I know we walked around, we bought pretty much everything in that show. Talking about spending money poorly, but it was different. I mean, I don't know, it's just a different thing. I don't know how. I know there's a lot of controversy and hate around it with everyone, but I personally enjoy it, and I like it.
Controversy and spending money?
No, wholesaling and the whole thing with repacking and stuff like that.
Man, I don't care. Those people's opinions. Money is money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's facts. I agree with that. And I think that it just depends, and it's everyone at the end of the day has to do something,
Yeah.
But no, it's cool. I really wanted to go to the flip show. I think, where was I? That was a weekend that I had free, but they didn't, like, my parents don't want me to go down there for some reason. I don't know why. But or I might have had something at home. But no, that's cool. You said the next year you're doing December. What's that one?
So it's a small show up in White House, Tennessee.
Mhm.
They had a show, let's see, was that last month, 2 months ago? And it was like 25 tables, the smallest show I've ever done in my life.
Well,
And so, and man, I probably should have put this in the intro. You know this because you've talked to me. I'm not shy of numbers or sharing numbers at all. I think it's best to be transparent with your business. But I think 25 tables, it was like a 6-hour show, and we made like $8,500.
dang,
It's better than I've ever done at Lighthouse or anywhere else.
that's crazy.
And so they have another show. And the other thing it's good for, which, now I've joined the realm with like you and Steven and a couple other people. Last Friday, I got verified for my TCG player store.
Hey, let's
Yeah.
go.
So that show is super good for people like walking by with bulk and like
Mhm.
bulk EXs and everything like that. And the
Mhm.
buying opportunity, because it's like in that like Goodlettsville, Hendersonville
Mhm.
area.
That's where I live.
Man, some people got some money
Mhm.
around there. So it's that's what I'm doing. And then after that is the Wilson County at the end of the year. So
Ah, yes, Wilson.
yeah.
Yes, that's Joey's show. That's cool. I didn't know about that show. You said it's the 20th?
Yeah. I don't know if they have tables or not, but I can send you the flyer if you got a
Yeah,
spare
send me the
Saturday.
flyer link. Yeah, I actually might. That's cool.
Share the
That's-
TCG stuff though. You're level 4. I'm level 1. You gotta let other
Yeah,
people eat.
this is this is the thing with me, and not to toot my own horn, but like I feel like ever since I started promoting TCG Player, I feel like a lot of people do it
Yeah.
now. And I think I mean, for me, it's the more the merrier. If I can't
Yeah.
buy a bunch of bulk, I pass it to the next person, and I have people that I buy bulk outside of like shows and stuff. So
Yeah.
like I have that opportunity. But I mean, like I thought it's funny because I'm actually currently like organizing all of my like bulk. So like my this type of stuff, like commons and stuff. And it's because we know Brennan. We've had him on the podcast. He actually should be the next guest of the podcast. And we'll have him next week on. But he goes around buying like this type of stuff. And I've had, over the course of the like year that I've been doing this, I've collected probably like 40,000, 50,000 cards. And I'm just packing them up and organizing everything that's like I find stuff that's like this, and I'm like, okay, put that in the TCG player processing center. Like I have like a little setup.
Yeah.
And
I started the same thing, dude. It's right next to me. Like
yeah.
I'm sitting
So
here looking at it.
yeah, I have my printer here. I wish I could show the camera, but I have my printer with where I print everything, and then I have like one of these. I can show this, but I have like one of these like bulk bins. So like essentially everything that is TCG player, I just like will take out and start processing through there. And now all the junk that was behind there started falling off. But
This is the most chill podcast you guys will ever see.
yeah, for sure. That's why you guys should like, comment, and subscribe.
Of course.
But yeah, that's like my little setup right now. I want to do a reel. I haven't gotten around to it. I probably should, but I want to do a reel of like my podcast, like my setup.
You should.
Just for fun and to get more content out there. I have trash everywhere.
I need to actually just make content.
Yeah, that's something for me. And I remember Anthony told me, PokéSells on Instagram. He told me, like, one of the first things that I had him on the podcast. He was like, "You're doing it anyway. Just make content around it. It's not that hard. All you have to do is
true.
you have to do you put a camera, record a video of you doing the stuff you're already doing." And I'm like, yeah, that's facts. So I started doing that. That definitely helped a lot.
Yeah.
And it's cool, like the daily real stuff. Like it gets not boring, but it gets like a lot sometimes. All the things, our daily videos, all that type of stuff.
Not to not to turn this into a Rocco podcast, but like the does it ever get repetitive for you? Do you ever feel like
Yeah,
you're doing the same thing over and over and over
yeah,
again?
I feel that a lot, but I feel that if I'm doing the same thing over and over again and I'm getting my results are going up, then I think I should be
Yeah, doing the right thing.
it's like discipline or repetitiveness is like what it's like. There's something like that where it's like discipline or repetitiveness doing the same thing every day gets you
Yeah.
to where you need to be. And I mean, it's crazy, and especially like I know you do with your wife. Um,
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not married, but I do. Someone that I've been linking up with a lot now is Max, and we're like business partners. We have this whole thing, Cardboard Central on Instagram, which you guys should go check out. And it's crazy what someone can do. Like we will call, like we FaceTime like almost every single night, and we talk about like, okay, what are we moving here? Like, what are all these things that we're doing?
Yeah.
And it's like having that person that sharpens you. Like I've just been able to like, we've been able to like grind it out, and like just continue like building up, building up, building up, building up. Um, and it's a genuine friendship and like really, really cool.
Yeah. And I mean, I get that from so what's crazy is how many times we'll be having like personal conversations or I'll be talking with someone that, I see them at a show, they got like 2 or 3 tables and they're by themselves. And they'll ask me like, "So what is it?" Well, one, they're like, "Oh, that's cool that the woman that you're with is into Pokemon and does it with you. Like that's sick." But then the second part is like, "What's it like having a business partner that goes with you everywhere?" And I was like, "It's the best thing because when I'm wrong, I have somebody that makes it right." And then like, it's not only just well, it's not only my fault if Ritual hits crashes and burns, but
Yeah.
it's also like she like our date like this is a tip for all the guys out there if you plan on getting married. The date nights that you do while you're dating, keep that going while you're married. But like our date nights have turned into we both love Pokemon, we both love what we're doing. Our date nights turn into our business meetings.
Hmm.
So we'll be sitting in a fancy restaurant sitting there talking about what our next submission should be
Hmm.
while people are staring at us like we're insane. Um, but
Yeah.
it's the best thing.
Hmm.
Like, and I really think what allowed us to go to Atlanta in the first place was the fact that I had somebody doing it with me.
Hmm.
Because I think if I was doing it by myself, like I think you saw me at Grails and Glory, like walking around with
Hmm.
a fat stack of slabs and walking around with money on me all the time. If she wasn't there, man, I probably would be in debt, like a
Hmm.
serious amount of debt.
Yeah.
But the whole reason it's afloat because of her. It's 50
Mhm.
50. It's
Yeah,
fun.
it's fun. Me and I agree with that 100%. Also, like business meetings, you can count that off. Like the post-show meal. Oh, it's a tax exempt trust.
Yeah.
I'm reminding it
Business
off as my
expense.
yeah. We're talking about the profits and margins of the day, but it's also like and obviously I know you've seen us, and it's awesome for me too because me and Max both love to walk shows. That's something that I figured out in Chicago when I went is that I love to walk. Like I love to go around, meet the vendors, buy shit, like just or buy stuff, excuse me. Do
Whoa.
all do all like do just walk around, do all the stuff. And then with our wholesale gig, like with our buying, like our repacking stuff that we work for, like I can securely be like, Max, you watch the table, you know what percentages I buy at, you know all this stuff, you run it. I fully trust him. He fully trusts me when he does the same thing. And I'll just walk around with my case and I'll just be like circling around, oh, like hunting everything down like a hawk, like, oh, okay, let me buy that. Oh, okay, let me buy that. Oh, okay. And like we'll just keep on doing that. And it's awesome. Like it's just great.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. And like it makes it really special for sure. And like you said, like We have it in a different way. It's not like 50-50, like we're splitting revenue. We just have our separate inventories
Yeah,
and we just work together. So it's like obviously easier for us. Because if yeah, we decided that that would be the best course of action. Um,
I think what's
but
cool with me and my wife is like it's the same inventory and it's the same bank account.
mhm,
So we're just
exactly.
both there having a good time and spending time with each other. Like for
Yes.
me, not that many people talk about it, but I feel like for me, I'd hate to go on a Saturday, spend 10 hours away from my wife,
Mhm,
and she'd be at home and I'd be out at a show. Sure, I'd have fun. Like, get to see the boys, get to dap people up,
mhm.
make money, sling
Yes.
cardboard, all that. Like,
Yes.
that's fun. But I get to do all that while spending that 10 hours with her.
For sure. And I
Yeah.
like I agree with that. And it's like I think it's great. And for me personally, like obviously since I'm not married, I haven't
Yeah.
really had like a serious relationship. It's
Yeah.
like some yet.
There you go.
Something that I like look forward to or like hopefully like sharing some I don't want to say I look for in a person, but like something that like if they're not down to go to a card show, then I already know, like, oh, sorry. Like that's like
Yeah.
something that like it has to be. I don't want to say it's that barrier, but and I think it's cool because obviously at the forefront it sounds like super nerdy, right? Like, oh, you're going to a card show, but then like imagine like we both been to collecticons, we both know that millions of dollars are made every
She's
day.
seen the money spread, bro. That's what got her.
Yeah, exactly, and it's like at first it's like what why are you doing this but then like let's say we were just going to a random collecticon to walk and I talked to all the friends that I've made and everything and like one of them it's like I've had friends that have gone to shows right with me right or grails and when I
Yeah.
was with grails and all that type of stuff and they were like oh how much is that case worth and I'm like oh it's like $100,000 and they're like what there's 100 I'm like yeah it's fine they're like I was like they're like what the heck like how and I'm like well this card alone is $10,000 and they're like what the and it's just like
Yeah.
it's just crazy and I think once you get past that like nerd barrier or like that like yeah that barrier or that mindset where it's like oh this is just a bunch of nerdy stuff I think it really makes it like good like
Yeah.
it really makes it like it clears up your mind but yeah that's yeah, that's so if you guys ever need a business partner, you should go find one. If
Yeah.
you're like it's a great that's a great way, or maybe not a business partner, but
Find a friend that
so,
supports
yeah,
what you're doing
yes,
and wants to do it with you. Like, that's all you need. You don't need
yes,
someone, you don't need to split the business with them. But even like I've said to people before, and I've done it before, like if let's say you want to go to a collecticon with somebody, or
hmm
like you want to go to a collecticon, there's a lot of vendors that are afraid to collecticon because they don't want to go by themselves.
hmm
Guarantee you, ask somebody else to go with you, stand at the table next to you with the inventory, have someone there with you,
hmm
and you will bond with that person.
yeah, get the group, and that's
Yeah.
why I think, and that's something that but I think that's something that has emerged and you see that too like and you even see that like the highest echelons of like our vendor space right like for
100%.
example on on the content side you see Bulbasaur right and then I didn't know this until I started like going to collecticons doing things and I'm like oh it's Bulbasaur and then it's like flipping cardboard same island then you have like Jar Chomp like a couple islands down like all like the big people um all do the same thing and it's
Yeah.
because it one, there's strength in numbers, I think. Two, it's like it's just good. Um, yeah, there's strength in numbers. It's good to have that trust within people. And like for example, for me, it's like obviously I've had the business for a year and I've seen where it's grown. And I'm like, okay, I can't wait to see where the next 5 years are when Luke is outside of high school because Luke is still in high school, right? I originally started it with him. Now he does it sometimes. He's not like as into it as like I thought he would be, or like it's different.
Yeah.
But one day I'm like, okay, hopefully within the next 5 years, it's like me, Luke, and Max, and like you have like the group's already forming, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like doing all that stuff, and it's something that I look really forward to, and I think would be like really really cool. But I don't know.
Didn't know
It's
we
just
were
a
allowed
great
to
thing.
take drinks.
Oh, of course. do whatever. It's my podcast is chill.
Yeah.
How's your podcast? I know you started one. Let's
It was
put
good.
a shameless plug.
Yeah, it's
How
good. We've got 3 episodes in the pipeline right now. Because I do edit mine. I don't know. I think you do too, but some people don't. Which blows my mind. They're like, "Yeah, we just upload 3 hours of raw footage." I'm like, I can't do that. Yeah, we have 2 guests. I'm pretty sure you might know them, but no, actually, one of them you probably have no idea who they are. But one of them is a guy out of California, and the other one's a guy from New Jersey. Both part of my the Ritual Hits friend circle. And then the third one, it's in the pipeline in terms of scheduling, but we've rescheduled twice. It's Joe Adele.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
I need to get him on the pod. I know he's busy.
He's super busy. That's what it's been.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll fit you into a time slot on my calendar. Not to call you out, Joe. I love you. Just know that. But it's just
Yeah.
it's been difficult. We got to have you on there at some point.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
Did you watch the first one?
I have not yet. I will be
It's long.
honest with you. Yeah. How long was it?
Please hold them on my PC. I can figure out real quick. No, it's been a good time. I kind of wanted to experience. It's an hour and 22 minutes. I kind of wanted to experience with different types of content, and I've had 2 podcasts before, prior channels, gaming related, and kind of just I had another podcast where we literally talked about whatever. It was the most fluid, probably cancelable thing I've ever had or done in my life. But it was just kind of wanting to experience different content because, like, I love the vending and buying POVs, but I kind of got to a point where we had, like, I don't know, after the Collecticon video, probably 25 hours of footage sitting on my Osmo, and I just never moved it to my PC.
Yeah.
And it was like because I hit this thing even where, like, back in October or November, I think October, Wilson County show, we were like pumping out. Like we had the camera rolling the whole time, like busy show, slinging cards whole time. We got about halfway through the show, or like the second day, and we'd never turn the camera back on. Like we just kind of locked in and kind of went through our motions and never did it. And we got back and we were like, oh, well, we have day 1 and enough footage to put out like a good 30-minute video. But what happened to day 2? And we're like, oh, yeah, we didn't record any of that day. And then there was like the Nationals, which that show was something. While everybody was rocking it at PokéCon, I was suffering at Nashville. And like there was some, like, Friday at that show wasn't great, and neither was Saturday for us. But then so we're under the impression that Sunday was going to be bad too. And so we didn't turn on the camera. Sunday was the best day that we had, so we didn't even bring the camera. And it was like the content kind of just turned into that. And then we got to the podcast, and I was like, you know what? I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I love talking. I can talk endlessly. And so it kind of got to the thing of like, little known fact, nobody knows this in Pokemon or like the Pokemon side of things. Close friends know it about me, but I love writing and I love journalism. So I was like, but yeah, let's do it. Brennan literally knew him for about 2 weeks before I got him on that podcast, and sat there and Yeah, it went into everything. And then I think the most fun I ever had was making that little trailer for it.
Mm-hmm.
That was the most fun I've ever had editing.
It's awesome.
But
No, I love. We're coming up on 50 episodes, which is awesome. It's unreal, and it's humbling, honestly.
yeah.
And it's just cool. And for me, the most important thing of this podcast is, it's tracked my. It's like a live interactive. I'm currently, like you said, like I have a bunch of stuff on my Osmo,
Yeah.
or your previous Osmo, actually, I should say.
Yeah, no problem.
I
I sold that one and bought a nicer one.
I actually just bought the Meta Ray Bans from Tommy, so I pretty much did the same exact thing.
Yeah.
That
Those
you
are
guys
nice too.
did. Yeah, I'm gonna get them on Saturday. But I also
I'm
need
never
the
gonna trust you
glasses,
looking at me again.
so. Well, don't they? When you're recording, they have the light on, right?
Depends which one you bought, because the newest ones you can't tell when they're recording.
Oh, really? Well, I know
Yeah.
it's the old one.
Okay. Because I know the new ones, if you look at people wearing them, you can end up tell that they're wearing a camera. Most people don't look at someone's like the edge of their glasses or anything. But yeah, there's no recording light on those. So
Oh, wow, okay. I don't know, how bright is the recording light on the old ones?
I don't know if it blink. I wonder if it just blinks when you start recording. Because
That would
it's
make sense.
like it blinks red like 4 or 5 times and then it goes off. I don't know. I
Right.
could probably
I'll have
something
to
to
try
look
it out.
up.
I'll have to try it out. But it's I haven't even did Atlanta. Like, I have Atlanta footage and I have Chicago footage. I haven't even edited it. I haven't had time. I've been so busy. I hope to get that done during Christmas break.
When does that
But
start for you? I haven't been in school so long.
the 19th, I think. It's yes.
That sounds
It's,
right.
but I have all that footage, and it's like a paralysis kind of. It's like you have so much footage, I don't know what to do with it. But it's, yeah, I feel that for sure. But anyway, well, it's back to the podcast. It's like the most the realest thing. Like, obviously I have the reels, but it's like really good timestamps, because you can see from me when I started to now when I ended, or not ended, but where I am currently in Pokemon, right? And it's just like a crazy journey, and like a crazy way to like record everything.
Yeah. You want some if you want a little bit of glaze, I think you've matured a lot.
Thank you. I try to. I hope to. I mean,
I feel like in the last 6 months, I don't know if you want controversial clips to post. We can go there. But I feel like for a while, I felt like both myself, and I don't know about you, but I was under the impression that we didn't like each other.
I know that did happen for a little bit. I don't know why. That was weird. And that happened nationals, no?
It happened.
Well, not PokéFest, but nationals. Yeah, that was because that was during my birthday.
Yeah, there was like a couple times. I mean, there's been a couple things.
Yeah,
There's been a couple times. There's the Grails time. There's the time at Springfield where we were like sitting across from each other. That's when I sold you the Osmo. And we were sat there and we settled. I don't know what we settled.
I forgot. I don't even know.
And then there was the time that I was talking to, I think that was PokéFest, wasn't it? PokéFest, I was talking to Brennan and you walked up next to me. I said something to you. I don't know. I think the thing, so you know what? We'll just make it about Ritual Hits analysis right here about you. Okay. I don't know how many times you get analysis about you.
Not really.
So I think, I think as a young kid that you're inspiring for people that are older. Like so next month I turn 25 years old. And I mean, you inspired me. Yeah, TCG. Yeah, I'm copying you. I don't know what, like, I see you making money from it. I want money too. Like, And it's inspiring. It's inspiring to see the hustle. And then, like, man, I got PSA ones that you're gonna want because I got a massive collection of them. But um, like, the whole like finding your niche thing. I thought that was inspiring because, like, I mean, I've always believed that, and I felt like I was saying that to people, and it was going into the wind. So seeing somebody actually doing it, like, that's inspiring. And then the other thing is I think you're doing much better with it than when we first met, but I'm very blunt. I think you've noticed in person where, like, the first thing that comes to my head, like, it comes out of my mouth, whether whether I want it to or not. And I know with other people, like, I know I've hurt people's feelings and stuff like that, but I think you're really good at, like, almost like pulling with the punches, having a good time. And that's, I feel like there's not enough people that do that in the hobby. There's either people that don't care about it enough, or there's people that take it too seriously. And you're like right in the sweet spot, right in the middle. So yeah, there's some, I don't know.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm never gonna say it again.
No, and I think that I appreciate that. And like for me, it's like not. I'm just trying to be like raw as possible,
Yeah.
And like I think that's for me is like I'm trying to be as raw as possible, and I'm trying to like show a genuine, like it's business, right? And obviously, yes, it's business. Yes, I like making money, but more it's about the impact and like what I'm trying to build. And I don't want to say not a narrative, but like I'm trying to build. What I'm trying to build is like a story, right? And like the process I'm trying to show in real time what it truly means to start a Pokemon business from literally zero as a young person.
So
There's
going back to now, I'm interviewing you on your own podcast.
Sure, that's fine.
I'm sure you know that you're not the first Pokemon millionaire at 17.
No, I know that.
But why do you still say it? Is that the mentality of like
it's the mentality?
I mean, not zero to nothing, nothing to whatever.
Yeah,
you know what
it's the mentality, and it's also like truly what it is. It's the first documented person.
Yeah,
I know
that's true.
And if think about it, like if I'm the first documented person, then technically I'm the first person in that aspect.
When you make $1 million, I'll get you a medal. I really will. I'll make you one.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Good.
You'll be the only one that has it.
Yeah. And it's not the concept of even like making like $1 million. It's just it's just all I don't it catches the attention, but it's also, like I said, it's like a story, right? It's like the narrative that I'm trying to put. And because at the end of the day, what I'm trying to do and what Max is trying to do is that we want to provide a place where like anyone can come in with like, 100, 200, 300, 1,000, 3,000, however much money it is, $0, but they can figure out a way to make a good business within the Pokemon card industry. Because I think honestly, like Pokemon is one of the best, I don't want to say prop businesses, but it's like it's not like starting like a website, right? Or starting like an app or starting like something like that. Like the infrastructure is there. You just need to go in there and put in the hard work and do your due diligence, and you will make money. You will become successful, Like
I think that's how it is with most cards. Maybe not like Digimon or something.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Pokemon, One Piece. I mean, there's people that make like Pack Battle makes money off Dragon Ball. Like, there's so many people that make money off Magic. Like, it's TCG and the TCG business. I was doing Magic before this. Actually, in TCG, I like so much of my Pokemon bulk before starting TCG player. Truthfully, I sold it all to people like you. And I didn't have a lot of it brother, I've moved so much Magic on TCG. It's great. Like
I have some Magic on there too, but I'm more a player of Magic than I am a person. Like but
what format? Not to. We're gonna go down a rabbit hole.
Commander. I have a Commander deck.
Yeah.
It's my Commander deck. I haven't actually played it yet because I don't have like a super strong Commander group. Like we meet a little bit every now and then. I built this deck, but this is like an actual deck that I built. I play Beamtown Bullies, if you know them.
Yeah, I know them.
So I put levelers in people's deck and it disappears.
Yeah. Well, if you're ever trying to play, me and my wife both play.
There you go.
Commander.
And
now I'll be openly transparent with you. I play Commander, but I've also played CEDH. So CEDH.
Oh, so you've played competitive.
Commander.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when we play decks, you're going to have to specify what deck you want me to play with. Because there's a deck where we can play a good game, or there's a deck where I can win on turn 2.
Yeah. And that's crazy. That's crazy.
I sold a lot of that deck to even Vin Pokemon. That it was crazy. The deck itself was probably like $2,000-$3,000. But man, I like foil, so I made it the fanciest. I think it was like $11,000.
Yeah,
or something like that.
And that's like crazy. But then if you think about it, that's a poncho.
Yeah,
like that's not even.
I did that too.
Yeah, like you guys did the Black Ray, right?
We did Charizard X.
Not yeah, that's what I meant. That you did the Charizard.
Yeah.
And that's cool. That's awesome. But yeah, back to what you were saying. Like for me, I know I'm not the first Pokemon. I mean, there's a kid literally right now being a Pokemon like that is successfully running like a like a 6-figure Pokemon business. But his parents gave him I think $100K to start off, or $10K to start off, or something like that. And it's not. For me, it's not like, it's just like the first, grabber. It's attention grabber number 1, but 2, it's like, I'm the first documented person to go from 0 to $1 million.
Yeah.
And it's cool. And it's funny because like people ask me all the time, oh, how much you make, how much, and it's like, I don't want to say I don't track, like I'm getting better at tracking it. But it's been, we've been comfortable, not comfortable, but it's been growing. I mean, like, it was crazy because like my inventory was stagnant for at 4K and 4K value for such a long time, and then immediately
I remember telling you that you needed to buy stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but it was weird because I started getting the PSA ones, and then me and Max did we did PokéFest, when we bought everything, and I was looking at my inventory after that show, and I was like, Max, I have 7K in inventory, and I have no idea how that happened.
Yeah.
And he was like, I know, I have 4 or 5K in inventory. I have no idea what happened. And it was like, magically now we have 13K in inventory, and then I'm starting grading. So I've done grading subs. My second sub actually just got processed, and it's getting shipped out to PSA through Nash Cards. And I'm working on my third sub currently.
There you go. Awesome.
But they're all PSA 1 stuff. It's all
I mean, still, I don't care.
I have some crazy stuff though. I have this boy. I picked this up for $7 at a card store. And PSA 1 is $350.
You want to see what I'm weirdly about to grade? This is not even all of them. I'm grading a bunch of Lance Charizards.
I've seen those. I've seen a lot of people doing that, or not a lot, but I've seen a couple of people.
It's just, I don't know. It's just the percentage. It makes sense to me. It's right now, it was a $7 card. Then I think it's $6.11 right now. I've been picking them up for $3 to $4. For some reason, for celebrations, they're really well centered and pretty clean. And at a 10, they're doing anywhere $150 to $200.
It's crazy.
And it's just it doesn't make sense to not grade. I think I'm sending off 35 copies.
It's crazy.
So
crazy.
I'm gonna
Make
have
sure
one case of just make sure they don't make
they
up
don't
nines
nine.
and they're secretly
Yeah.
tens.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy stuff. And for me, it's like, and my dad actually told me, he was like, so why don't you start a grading company? Or like, why don't all these
It's
guys,
hard.
like, you're giving all the power to one
Yeah.
company.
But that's
and
because they
it's-
got all of the power. That's what it
yeah.
is.
And it's like, it's hard. We can't really do nothing.
I've
But
been
no,
loving Beckett right now.
I haven't graded with Beckett, but
I recommend it.
I like Beckett. I really do like
recommend
Beckett because, and this is what I say. So I compare like the grading companies to like watches, right? So PSA is like your Rolex. It's like your standard, right? Your standard watch, your standard grading company. You have CGC. CGC is like your Casio or your Timex, right? Or your Citizen. It's like still nice, very presentable, very good looking. I think. And the funny thing is, do I even have? Where did I put the slabs? I have like, I don't know where I put them. Anyway, I was gonna bring a CGC slab, like the new ones. I honestly, me buying a bunch of junk slabs, I'm buying a bunch of CGC, and I'm like, these actually don't look horrible. Like they
don't look horrible, and they're high quality compared to.
They're high, yes, they're high quality slabs, right? But no one wants them, right? It's like the introductory, and then you have Beckett, and Beckett for me is like the Patek, or like your higher end. It's like if you know type thing.
Yeah.
And then like Black Label's like your Richard Mille, but like no one, like not lots of people can afford those.
It's like a Hublot watch. Like not many people know what that is, but I mean, one, they're still expensive. Two, I mean, they look nice. Three, I have one.
There you
go. I have a watch obsession. We've never talked about that.
I have here. Let me grab. I don't have much watches. I have two. For me, I was planning on getting a Rolly this year, but I wasn't able. I'm not going to be able to make it to LA Collecticon, and the guy I was going to do the trade with was going to LA, and like I can't do it. So I was like, dang. But it's okay. We'll get that next year. I'm going to get it one before graduation. But I have the Citizen. I've had this before Pokemon. Very nice watch. It's the watch I wear a lot to the shows. But then recently, I had a Timex. It got shattered. It fell. But I bought the $20 like vintage Casio watch off Amazon, and I love it. Like it's so chill. Like it does the job that I need it to do. And for me, it's much less about like the watch per se. It's just like having something on my wrist that like I like having something there, and like it just.
Have you
pleasing.
seen me wear watches around?
Mm-hmm.
So I like my watches all black. That's just the kind I like, which is why I like Hublots, because they have a lot of all black watches compared to like Rolex. They don't really have what I'm looking for. But like there's one that you can buy on Amazon that I absolutely love. I've worn it to a couple shows because I'm a bigger guy. I have a bigger wrist, so I wear bigger watches. Armani Express. I don't know if you're familiar with that brand, but they make some really high quality watches for like really cheap. It's definitely compared to some of the other cheaper brands like Fossil. Like I have like 4 Fossil watches, and they're good, but their batteries are terrible. Yeah. So, I mean, watches are fun. The other thing I'm addicted to is I collect fragrances, bro. I've got so many fragrances in my house.
Max has so much colognes.
Yeah, dude, I've got. I think I have like 6 bottles on the way to my house right now, and I've got in my bedroom just a wall.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's fun things to collect.
And for me too, and like to turn this back to Pokemon.
Yes.
I obviously I don't have a PC. Like I have a couple cards. My PC's maybe worth $50, maybe. And I think and a lot of Pokemon vendors are like, oh, you don't have a PC, you're not a real Pokemon vendor. My PC is like shoes. Like I absolutely love shoes and sneakers and like streetwear and like all that type of stuff. That's my type of like my type of
Are you sorting bulk right now during the pod? That's insane.
no, I'm not. My type of why would you say that? I'm not actually.
No.
That's my type of collecting.
Yeah.
And I think that's totally fine. But I think
I have one card in my
there's something-
PC.
What you got? What is it?
I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah, I remember when you got that.
This is actually a different copy.
Oh really?
So
Wow.
I sold the nicer copy.
Oh.
And I bought a more played copy because I just
There
like
you
the
go.
artwork. I needed the art on the front to be clean, but I didn't care if the whitening on the back
Was in the
kind of.
back.
Yeah, no, the back of the card looks like it's been ran over. Like it's probably
Perfect
could
piece in
one,
one container.
but I still have to get high insurance because I think a one on that card's like $1,400 or something like that. But
Dang. Crazy.
I wish I could have a 10, but I don't have 26 bands lying around. So.
Someone just bought one on Instagram. I saw his post about it. It's crazy. But I think that's like totally fine for Pokemon vendors to have other collections. If you're not, like I'm a Pokemon vendor, but I do like other things. I think that's totally fine.
Yeah, like I collect clones. I collect. So I mean, you can't actually. Well, no, that's the door out. But there's another door over there. I collect Star Wars Legos. I've been since I've like 8, dude. I've got probably $100,000 in Lego sets. That's a problem. And actually anything Star Wars, really. And then even like in terms of cards, I collect Dragon Ball.
Nice.
So
I'm not. It's so funny too because now I feel like everyone's moving to One Piece. Which we can talk about. I want to know. I want to know your opinion on that. After I make this point, but like I loved the One Piece arts, especially, and I hate it now because I already know they're all going to go super, super, super expensive. But the manga cards, like here, let me pull it up. There's 2 that I absolutely loved.
I was looking at values of some of the mangas that I saw like 4 months ago that were like $400, and now they're like 1.6K raw or something like that. It's disgusting how much that's shooting up.
The pump and dumps of Pokemon have gone into the pumps and dumps of One Piece, and it's valid because it's a good card game.
Yeah,
like the cards look sick.
While he's doing that, if anyone's curious, you can buy this big water bottle at Walmart for $20. Highly recommend. Good for the gym.
There you go. Bam, here it is. This card. I love this card so much. Oh yeah. This card is Zoro, I guess, or Zolo, whatever. I call him Zolo because I come from reading the manga, and when we read the manga, it's Zolo. But Zoro is my favorite One Piece character. So that is my one of my cards that I love, and I think it's like 800 in a 10. I don't know, it probably is more now. But then I also love this one too. Oh my gosh, the chopper one too.
It's crazy. What does market say on that card right now? Because
17.
Well, no, that's listing.
Oh,
market.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this chart.
Markets at $500 and listings are in 1,700.
Look,
that's crazy.
And it's because, look at that.
That's wild.
10,000.
And
that's for a raw copy.
That graph is disgusting.
Yeah, crazy work. I don't know the Luffy one. Now we're in that One Piece rabbit hole. But this Gear 5 one is tough. Or that's not Gear 5, that's Gear 2. The Gear 5 ones, I love Gear 5 ones. Those are fire too. Anyway, back to what we were saying. How are you thinking about One Piece right now?
So unlike the rest of the world, it seems like I have not. I have watched. My friend from Australia tried to put together a condensed list for me to watch through the anime. I made it maybe about 150-ish episodes of his condensed list. The condensed list was still longer than any other anime I've ever watched, maybe besides Dragon Ball. And I've never gotten into it. But I get where people are coming from in wanting to swap over. I think it's a great TCG. I think it's great art. I don't really know any of the characters other than like Luffy, Zoro, a couple other people. And I mean, I think it's sick. I think what I don't like about people swapping over is I think there's some people that got really scared of the market crash. And those were the same people. Yeah, crash, leverage, whatever. Those were the same people that 4 months ago I could have walked up to them and they're like, yeah, man, I love Pokemon. Pokemon's sick. Like, I'm going to be doing this for a while. And then their inventory started dropping a little bit or a lot of bit. And and a lot of those people, I'm not going to name names. I love most of them to death. But a lot of those people have now, like, I see on their story all the time, yeah, we're buying One Piece and buying One Piece slabs. And look at my recent grading submission. It's all One Piece. And I'm like, so what happens with, like, what I think about One Piece? I think it's great. What I think about it relating to Pokemon in the vending space is I kind of always think about what happens when One Piece does what Pokemon just did. Are you going to come back to Pokemon, or are you going to go and find the next latest and greatest thing when Digimon blows back up? You know what I'm saying? Or blows up for the first time. I don't know. Like, that's kind of just where I'm at with it. Yeah. I'm not into it. I won't sell it. But I get why certain people do.
I'm the same way in the way where I don't really know a lot about the market. Obviously, I know the books and stuff like that. I've read most of them. We have all the books here. My brother loves it. And I told him, I was like, Luca, if you want, I'll give you some money, like $200-300, whatever. If you understand the One Piece market, I will give you money to run One Piece inventory for us.
There you go.
And he hasn't done it. But at the same, it's like, okay, it's fine. But me personally, I'm a Pokemon vendor. I love Pokemon. I know how to make stupid amounts of money in Pokemon, right? I've figured out the systems that obviously, and it's like the thing where it's like putting all the work, I'm in the mindset, all that stuff, and now the money's starting to like, not like rolling, but it's starting to catch up, right? To like the ideas and everything. Yeah. And it took like a year of literally me grinding. And being at 4K inventory for, like 4 months, 5 months,
That's like, where I'm at.
Yeah. And it's like, now I'm finally the way where it's like money's coming in. But now that I know Pokemon, I'm not going to touch One Piece. I told Luca, if you want to take the wing, like if you like, maybe give him like $500. Here you go. Use it to start some One Piece inventory and make sure that it doesn't all go downhill for us. And if he wants to do that, the offer's on the table for him. And if he doesn't, then it's whatever. I'll stick to doing Pokemon. But he hasn't replied back, or not replied, but he hasn't wanted to do that back yet. But I think it's cool. Like I said, I love the cards, and I think they're awesome cards, and it's cool, and I love One Piece. Outside of the trading card game aspect and the money aspect of it, I understand One Piece more on that level. But yeah, like I said, I like Zoro, like the Straw Hats. So yeah,
I was gonna ask. Here's a weird question for you. Did you pre-plan any questions
for this podcast?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, because I planned it. I was in the gym when I texted you. I was like, let me ask Andrew. Because I know you were like, if you ever want to guest on pod, I got you. I was like, bet. Let me ask Andrew.
Yeah, I got you. Here I am.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's already been an hour.
Oh, we got to keep going. I've been looking at the times of your recent uploads here, and we have an hour and 33 minutes, an hour and 31 minutes, hour 24, hour 50. So
Who's
you're
hour
not.
50? That was hour 50.
It's technically an hour and 46 minutes, but I rounded up.
Oh, who was that one?
I recognize him, but I have no idea who it is.
Was it?
He buys from me every time I see him.
Is it Jason?
Yeah, I think so.
Pokebros?
Yeah, that is who it
Yeah.
is.
He's actually delivering my case from Huntsville, my 4th case. So that's another thing, going back to the beginning of the podcast about having partners and stuff like that. I've been able, now me and Max, we have 2 tables and we're at 4 cases already, which is like absolutely crazy. Because at the last Cards and More show, we were like, we're gonna need a new case. Like we need more space to put our stuff in. And granted, we don't have like a bunch of inventory. Most of our 4th case actually is probably going to be graded guards because I have a whole bunch of them sitting around. But I'll
Did you get Atlanta tables?
I have not gotten Atlanta tables. I need 4. I need 1 for me, 3 for Brennan. I don't know if Max is coming. If Max is coming, we need 2, but I don't know Max because he has football and we won't know
Crazy
until
as Brennan immediately messaged me after the drop, and he goes, "Did you get Collecticon tables?" And I was like, "Maybe."
do you have tables for Atlanta?
What's funny is I need one. I need one for a friend. But yeah, I've got 2.
I need 1. And I'll ask around. I know people. But
What's crazy is I've asked a couple of people that I was like, like I text this one guy and I was like, I know you get like 2 islands. Like I know I'm not gonna out him, but I'm like, I know some of those bots that enter that website is yours. Like, you got a table? And he goes, no. He goes, I at Atlanta, he goes, I'm not he's like, I didn't get any tables. Usually I get like 20. He goes,
weird.
he's like, I didn't get a single one. And I'm like, that's strange. I'm like, so who has all the tables then right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
They need to fix that. That reminds me of like the Phantasmal Flames drop or whatever that was, where there's a bunch of like bots that got in through the back end. Like, it's crazy that is gone as far as Collecticon tables.
Yeah.
Like the fact that a table, like I think normally, like either other hype shows, like I really like I don't know if you saw this, but Front Row's coming to Atlanta. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
I would look into that. So you
When
can
is
go
it?
in March, I think.
Send me that information. That's something for me too. I have no idea where to look at all this show stuff.
Oh, I
That's
got you.
why I'm
You
so
need to
last minute.
really, I'm going to say this for everybody, but if you want to know about what's going on in the world, just come and talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at that stuff all day. I know what shows are going on across the US. Like, no, it's happening in March, and I love the way that they do their table sign up. You basically have to sign up. They'll send you the information. They'll send you the invoice. It's almost like Selected in a way. They send you all the information, and it is first come, first serve, but you have to sign up for it, not putting your card information, pick out how many tables you want, and whoever gets it, which is what Collecticon does. And I mean, that to me is just dumb.
Yeah. Send me that information because I want to go to Front Row.
Yeah, I do too.
That'd be bonkers. And Atlanta's so easy. Because obviously it's so close, but
I love Atlanta. Another one that I want to go do, and I have an open invite while y'all were at PokéCon, we were at Nationals. We met a big group of people from New Jersey or like New York. And they invited us to come up to like New Jersey for one of their shows that they have up there. And I kind of want to take a group like and drive up there. So that's what we did in Atlanta. Our whole Atlanta story, I know I'm not going to go into that because I know I was mad when I first got to Atlanta. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was upset But I mean, we took a guy down there with us. Like drove down there with us. He stayed in the hotel with us. I mean, it was such a great experience. I need to go find that real quick. I was going to send it to you right now, or I will forget. So,
Okay.
but ask me something. First thing that pops off your head. Go.
I was saying, dang, no, but I like that's one thing I love about Pokemon is like the ability to travel places like I've never been before, and like I said before, I don't know if we were on air when I said it, but about like the whole college thing. Um, I've applied and been accepted to UTK and UTC, and the reason why in here in Tennessee, and the reason why I looked like one of the big things, the first questions I literally asked like people when I was like going to touring colleges and stuff, I was like, "What is your guys's um like how close is the nearest airport?"
Yeah.
And number two, like, what is your policy on like leaving classes and stuff? Because I know some classes, like obviously I go to private school. We have a college that's kind of connected to us. They're really really strict, like you can't leave, type thing. And I'm like I can't go there because I need to have the availability to go. You know, if someone calls me like, "Yo, Rocco, we got 2 tables for you here. Can you make it this weekend?" I need to be able to have the ability to say, "Yeah, sure, I'll be there."
Yeah.
Book those tables and go. Um, or if someone like someone needs like, "Hey, Rocco, I need you to move this $10,000 sealed collection that we have. We have a buyer. I just need someone to drive it. We'll pay you. Can you meet us here and we'll drive and you can drive it for us?" Sure, I got you. Like that's like the availability, like the flexibility that I needed. And both those schools are pretty chill. I'm looking more to UTC though if I were to go to college because one, it's centrally located. I'm like an hour and 40 from Atlanta, an hour 40 from Huntsville, 2 hours from technically an hour away from Nashville, and I'm like an hour or less than an hour from Knoxville, which is great. So that's like all like the major big cities for shows in the South here, or in our local region, like within
Yeah.
driving distance. So I don't know, it's fun. And then Chattanooga's trading card scene is I've heard pretty good.
Oh yeah, because the people from Atlanta come up.
Yeah. So that's what.
Chattanooga's only an hour away from them.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes sense.
Like some of the big buyers that were in Atlanta, I saw them at Chattanooga. Like a guy came through and he went up to one table. It was the first table he went up to when he got there. He dropped $35K and proceeded to just go around to other tables. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy work. But yeah, that's something that I find intriguing and like something I want to go. And then also like me and Max, and something that I think me and Max have like bonded over and like solidified in something why we're so close is because our end dream is to have a card shop. And I was like, why wouldn't it be like, what's a better place to do it than like someplace like Chattanooga? It's like smaller. There's an airport there. We're close for everyone. People can come there on a weekend trip. All this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like a nice little hub. But
it's saturated in Nashville.
Mhm.
Very saturated.
I didn't realize that. Like when I first came here, I was like, oh, there's not that many card shops. And then I started vending. I'm like, oh yeah, there's a lot of card shops.
Yeah, there's a lot of card shops. I mean, they're like all over the place. Up north, dude, I'm not gonna lie. No hate towards those people. There's not a single good card shop up here. I mean, I just compared to the echelon of like Nash cards.
Yeah.
There's
well,
not.
have you been to Evolve?
Well, yeah, Evolve's good. I went in there the first time and found a bunch of underpriced singles.
Bro, I'm good friends with the owners,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to do a live pod there.
That'd be cool.
Probably in the
They
new
got a
year,
good venue for it.
like in their back, like where all their like stuff is sealed and all that stuff. I think that'd be like really really cool.
That'd be sick.
But I'm thinking of doing a podcast there, in probably 2026 because I can't do it next week as a finals. But yeah, sometime in like 2026, probably early 2026, would be fire. And I went there, and I have like a really good connection with the owners. I love their setup because the other place I used to go to was Next Level Games. I love Next Level Games because obviously that was my original LGS that I went into that card shop and I was like, oh wow, I want to do this. But after going to Evolve, I was like, the vibe of Evolve is very nice. I love it. And then like the playability obviously of Next Level is great too, and tournament structure. But yeah, I agree with that.
What's the other one? There's another one. Is it that in Hendersonville, the Table 1? There's
I don't
another
know
one.
all the card shops.
It's like brand new.
Yeah, I don't know all the card shops. I'm not
It's
a
like if
big.
you keep going up Gallatin Pike neck past the Rivergate Mall.
I can't.
You live over there. I expect you to know.
Oh, I don't go to a lot of card shops.
You don't get out that often though either.
I don't. Well,
Yeah,
I do, but
you
like
do,
I go to the same places every day.
I was gonna say I watch the every day, dude. And it looks like the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I go to school, and I go to the gym, and I go home, and I walk my dog.
Yeah.
And I work on TCG Play.
There you go.
So I mean, hey, baby steps.
I could talk to you about that project. It's a little more personal. It's related to the gym though. It is also related to Pokemon in a way because it might impact Pokemon for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is something I was going to tell you, or I was going to say earlier. I forgot what we were talking about, but I guess just content and like documentation of my journey. I'm going to be starting like uploading like vlogs and stuff, like building like the business like vlogs type stuff. Like essentially like a whole week condensed in like a 20-minute video or 10 whatever.
There's a guy I'll send you. He's got a thing like that. A guy from the UK. Have you seen that before?
Ralph.
I don't know if that's his name.
Or Rudolph.
Randolph is who you're thinking of.
Randolph.
I love Randolph. Randolph and I are good friends. But Rudolph is crazy.
Sorry.
No, there's another guy in the UK where he did a thing of starting from.
No, I know who you're talking about.
It's called like the Grail Gallery or something now.
Yeah, and it's like we did our first one on stream.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about.
I like that kind of content if that's in the realm of what you're talking about.
Yeah. So like kind of mixing that, and then I don't know if you know like Brez Scales and like TJR and that type those people.
Sure.
They're internet money kids.
Gotcha.
Pretty much like agency, which is like where I came from before Pokemon, right? So like I understood the world of like agency building and like trading and like day trading and like crypto and like that type of world.
Yeah, I came from crypto too, so that's,
yeah. But like that type of world, and a lot of those people do vlogs, so it's kind of mixing that with Pokemon, because another mission for me too, and I've said multiple times, is like I want people to know that Pokemon's like a viable way to make internet money.
Yeah, and it is,
and it's proven.
It's bought me a car. What can I say? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like it's proven. It really is proven multiple times over by multiple people. I know people that will turn on live and make 100K in a couple hours.
Yep.
And it's just it's stupid. It's stupid. But it's awesome at the same time. Yeah. So and then it's hard. Like, so for example, like I had this. It's hard when you tell people what you do because it's like you don't want to make it sound like, oh, I sell Pokemon cards. I usually sell high-end trading cards to people. And they're like, or high-end collectibles, and they're like, oh, that's cool. It's like, yeah, it's fine. But no, that's cool. What oh goodness.
All right.
So you guys did Collecticon.
Mm-hmm.
You guys did this show. You're doing the White House show. I don't know what it's called.
Which sent you that too, by the way.
Oh, really? I mean, let's look on the Instagram. You sent it on Instagram?
Instagram is front row. White House, because it's a small town show, is Facebook. So I sent it to your messenger.
Oh, Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
We're looking this up right now.
And if you want a table, honestly, I have their number. I could probably tell you. Actually, do you want a table for that?
Well, I'd have to talk to my 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, so it's lighthouse hours.
Yeah.
How many tables was it?
That one I think is 40 because they swapped the building.
So it's
Still
getting
small.
bigger.
Yeah,
How
it's
many
getting bigger.
Pokemon? How many Pokemon people?
Let's see. Last time, because of the 25 tables and multiple people had more than one table, I think 11 out of 25, which was decent.
11 out of 20, so like about half.
Yeah, and so now that there's 40 and more people know about it, I think I would guess probably more than half.
It's 18 minutes from my house.
Yeah, it's not far. It's in
Is it
Wayne.
next to like a splash pad
I think so.
or
Maybe.
a public library?
I don't know, something like that.
It's 18 minutes away because I was trying to go to Cards and More Memphis, and my parents just told me like keep crashed out. But that's besides the point. So I might be able to go to that.
So what
especially
I
if
was
it's
going
on
to say
Fridays.
is, I mean, I can talk about Ritual Hits business a little bit. Like we are in that 4 or 5K in an inventory range. We made a big oopsie. Like we made a massive mistake.
Didn't
It
y'all
was-
do a cash out?
Yeah, that was the mistake.
How was that experience? Because for me, I'm someone that I've been offered it a couple times, but I've never said yes. How was it being cashed out, especially in the market?
Okay, so I've been cashed out a couple times. So when I first started vending, third show I ever did, because I think I did Sango show, Grails and Glory was my second ever show. Third show I went to Cookville, I got cashed out. I got paid like
In
2,300.
Cookville?
Yeah, I got cashed out. First time I ever did Cookville, I got cashed out.
That's crazy.
By Shep. You know Shep.
Oh yeah, I've only done Cookville once, and
Yeah,
I've never
well,
done it again.
yeah, I've never done it since then either. And then I got cashed out of my slabs and singles at Collecticon.
Yes, I remember that.
Yep.
And that's when you bought the poncho.
Yeah. So I don't regret the poncho, which so many people. We'll go into that. Or we'll talk about the cash out thing first, then I'll backtrack. Then at PokéFest, I cashed out.
PokéFest
Nashville, the most recent one. November 7th through the 9th. Nashville PokéFest. Yeah. That's where you guys were on the come up, and that was when I crashed straight down.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think you might have noticed at the end of that show, I was pretty upset. And so going to that show, and Jeff, if you watch this, just know that I love you. I don't know if you watch Rocco's podcast
I don't think he does,
because you're an older gentleman, but we have some words. That show was so, and I'm pretty sure this is a children's channel, so I'm not going to say the words I would say. That show was so unbelievably bad. Like it was so bad. And so our issue was for the buyout was we took out personal money, like bank account money. It was not Ritual Hits money. It was my own money. And took out personal money. And that show was so bad, Jeff, through Friday and Saturday that we weren't making that money back. I got stuck in the back of the room. So I went over to these guys that we met from Chicago. They were next to you, Sully's Abode, the big group, but they run a massive store in Chicago.
Yeah. So the soy sauce boy collectibles.
Yeah. Love those guys.
We actually became good friends with them.
Yeah, love soy sauce collectibles. I mean, he's cool. I particularly really like John. Our buying heavy TCG. Me and him are super cool with each other. I went over to them and I was like, hey, we have some stuff, like a lot of stuff that hasn't moved for a while. And if we can agree on a price with a lot of this stuff, I was basically said to him, like, it was a cry for help. I'm like, I'm in the hole right now. That's where I'm at. Like, and like, I need that money because our whole philosophy at Ritual Hits is if we pull personal money out before a show, we have to make that money back as well as the table cost, as well as
and profits and
as
everything.
profits before anything. And we had made our table cost, but we hadn't made the money that we pulled out. And so, I mean, we got to the end of PokéFest, and even after the buyout, I mean, we sat down. Buyout experiences, I'd recommend. If you are getting out of the hobby, a buyout is not a bad idea. Okay. If you are a vendor and somebody flashes cash in your face, don't do it. That's my number one thing. Say no, because it's better to sell your stuff individually, maybe sell it in a lot, whatever, for a fair percentage. But you'll notice, like, yeah, when the deal is like $6,000 at 85% is still a lot that gets taken out. Like, I mean, you lose.
Yeah, 85. That's 1,500.
You know what's crazy is I'm sitting on a PC. Please hold. You just do the math. I can't. That's one of my. I'm so bad at math. So I'm actually going to figure out how much money. Yeah, I mean, you go down to like 5,100. So you lose. I mean, it's like $900 or whatever. But you're going to realize like that $900 was in slab money, single money. The market fluctuates all that time. Buyouts really just aren't worth it. Now, if I come to buy you out, accept it. I pay a strong 45%. No.
That's crazy.
No, but it's yeah. No, I mean, I'll kind of explain that. This makes for a good thumbnail because I see your little clickbaity thumbnails. Not all of them are clickbait. They're actually kind of true. So here's a fun fact. I watch all of your podcasts. I don't never tell you that, but you know that I watch them at work. We got done after Atlanta, after PokéFest. Really, this in the fourth quarter. Got done with PokéFest, and we were running the numbers, crunching the books, and we're like, "Oh my God, there is $7,000 missing. What happened? There is $7,000 of our inventory, of our money, of everything. It's gone. We don't know where it is. Vaporized in the wind. We're like there's nothing." And we kind of just backtracked. We backtracked every step we made, every slab purchase that Brew made, and I love Brew. Brew is a great guy. Every time Dylan or Umbreon, whatever.
Academy.
Yeah, Umbreon Academy. He would go and he'd buy all our lower end singles. Like every single time one of those purchases happened, like it was great and it helped us be able to purchase stuff more often and have money in our pocket, but we were slowly losing money as that happened. And like going back to Atlanta, I love the fact that I got to make the most baller photo in my camera roll with a poncho. Like it's sick, but at the same time, I mean, you remember, other people remember in the Nashville community, for like 4 months, I was going around buying slabs in mass, and I wasn't buying, ones, nines, sevens. I was buying tens, and like I would go to shows and drop like $5-6 at a time, and I went to one show for 2 days and sold all of it, but it was all of it at like 83%.
Yeah.
I lost money. And then, sold all the singles. That percentage was more fair. Singles you have more room on than if you're buying slabs straight up. But I lost money on that too. And I love those guys. I mean, they're who bought our singles out there. Like they're big people. It's Trader John's. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, they bought all our stuff, and I love both of those guys. They're great. And we still work with them now, but like that. And then, there were so many people in the Nashville area and the Huntsville area that was like, do not go buy that poncho. Like, Andrew, whatever you do not go buy that poncho. Invest in Gold Stars. y'all look really funny now because gold stars dropped. But
Wait, they did?
they did for a little while, yeah.
Oh, well, I'm probably fine. Where's my gold star?
Yeah, I've seen your gold star. It's nice. I'd buy that from you.
You should?
700.
700?
It says 770 on the stick.
Oh, hold up. Let's use alt. Have you been using alt or card ladder?
That's another conversation we can have. I'm not a big card ladder stan. I know why people use it, and I get it. It's just not for me. And I don't like that it's basically locked behind a PSA membership paywall, or you have to pay a arm and a leg to use it. That's dumb to me. A market should be controlled by something that's free, not something that's paid for. Personal opinion, business management, dropped out degree opinion as well.
Me and Max pay for it. We paid the $20 a month, which is like it's fine for us. And we cook with it. Like it's good because me and him now have that basis where it's like it's another layer of like security for us. It's like I trust you completely with our comps.
Yeah.
Like go do it. And but yeah, that's
I like alt. Now there's something with me that changed with alt. I do not even when someone comps stuff, okay. I think for ritual hits, and this is a PSA for anybody that comes to the ritual hits booth. If you tell me you use price charting, that's great. I use TCG. If you come up to me and say you based it off the price of collector, that's great. We're basing it off the price of TCG. And if you come up to me and you say, hey, I use card ladder, we will talk and compare comps. A deal might not happen because I'm not comfortable with your number. Maybe you're not comfortable with my number, and that's okay. And I use alt. But the one thing on alt that I do not do anymore is I do not respect Fnatic sales.
Well, sorry. I just had a bunch of cards fall off my desk.
You got to stop sorting bulk. You wouldn't have that happen.
I'm not sorting bulk. What? No, I'm not. I just have a whole bunch of cards on my desk that I'm trying to put into my desk is a mess. Yeah, so that's why I'm in my OCD is like trying to put everything nicely together.
I've heard you like pick cards up and try to move them without making any noise.
Sorry, I don't want to impede. Anyway, I heard about that. About Fnatic
gambling
sales.
Money, dude.
And I didn't realize that there was a difference. Because I was trying to go off comps of alt with someone, and I was including the Fnatic sales. And I was like, oh shoot, what is this? There's a whole different thing. And they're like, yeah, don't use Fanatics. I was like, oh, okay. So
yeah. My big thing is like alt eBay for slabs. I get card ladder. I also feel like though a lot of people that use card ladder have really taken advantage of like low sales when they comp stuff. Not saying I haven't personally done a deal with you when you've used card ladder, but like, man, I've heard Max when he's buying slabs, and I've seen him go off low comps before, which is like,
bro, we can't
edit that out. Oh no.
Yeah, I might have to edit that out. Nah, we try to be fair. Yeah, and I do personally think that we're some of the most fair vendors in the room.
Thanks, man. I try.
We try to be fair. And
that's part of the game, right? I mean, that's like what you were talking about earlier. You want to build something where anybody can make Pokemon into a business. Be fair. That's the number one tip.
Yeah.
If you're not, people will not buy from you.
Yep. And you see it time and time again. People, you gotta be fair. And it's definitely been a ride. What was I? Yeah, Max sometimes goes off low comps, but
it's okay. The person he tried it on was me. So,
bro, I did that one time to Jackson as a joke, and he was he faked being mad at me, and I low-key tweaked out. But
It happens.
yeah,
No, Max came back to me. That was at PokéFest. I won't say the whole experience or what it was over or whatever, but he came back to me like 45 minutes later and he goes, "Bro, I'm so sorry if like I made you mad or something." I'm like, "Dude, I'm just messing with you." I'm like, "I don't care." I was like, "I'm
Yeah.
not gonna sell that to you at that price, though."
And that's for us is like, I think we're both similar in that way, where it's like I don't know, we're just trying to figure it out, and trying
Yeah.
to see what works out for both of us and all that type of stuff. So, but it's,
I mean,
it's good.
I'm currently working on rebuilding a business, and honestly, that's what TCG has been. TCG has been like, I was so adamant of not doing it. And I'm glad that I did because it's like another avenue of something else I can do other than vend. And I mean it's kind of helped me, man, get rid of like this is a crazy listing, but I've started looking at TCG decks and I was like, man, so many people run Budu and they're like meta decks. And I was like, I've got like 50 copies of like just a base Budu from Prismatic or whatever. And it's like 3 cents a card or whatever. Listed all 50 of them. One guy bought all 50. And I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And most of the thing too, I've had that where people buy like a bunch of things. And most of the time, I don't know, sometimes you have to think buying strategy. Like for example, I have a card talking about maybe market manipulation.
It's okay.
As one of
Everybody
these.
does it.
I have a card that we've seen it recently with like the Kabutos, which is hilarious. I was looking through bulk and I have a Kabuto, so I'm bringing
I do
that to the
too.
card. I'm bringing that to the card show this Saturday, to Lighthouse. I had it posted at $20 because it's not the first ed one. I don't know if it needs to be more than that. I don't know, but I have it listed. And so I have a card that I'm not going to say what it is, but I have 11 of them that I'm going to send out to being graded. And I've bought every single damaged copy of this card that I can buy. They go for $15 damaged. And in a PSA 1, there's only a pop 8. So if I grade all 11 come back ones, I'm more than half the population. And the value of them is there's a sale for 1,500, and there is like market price or whatever Card Ladder's value is at 21. So I'm probably gonna put them at like 1920. So 1,900 or 2,000. And I have a lot of these that I'm gonna be taking.
Can you say the Pokemon's name without showing the card? Can I take a guess?
After the podcast.
I got you.
And it's not that like I don't want to be like closed door or anything. It's just it's something that I'm trying out, and like I want to see if it works, because that's like I have 4 PSA subs coming, or I have a third one that I'm building that I'll be sending out probably after this weekend. And then I have hopefully this big one, because I'm looking for one more card, and it's going to be like my big PSA 1 lot. I don't have any gold stars, but I've had it's like pretty much going to be the high-end PSA 1 lot. I have a set in there that I'm sending off that there's never been a sequential set of it in a PSA 1 ever. I'm sending it off to get graded. And then it's a whole bunch of these other cards. But yeah. I don't know. People hate market manipulation. I don't think it's I mean, it's kind of manipulating the market. I'm just like, I found an opportunity and I'm going to send them off. So
man, you got that from Jay.
I got so much hate. I got hate from a specific group of people for putting Jay Houston on the podcast, and I don't know why. He was a chill guy. I like Jay.
Call him out. That's what I do.
I don't know.
No, don't do that.
I don't know what he did. I really don't know what he did.
No, he's done nothing wrong. And you know what? For all those people, if you're actively watching this, if you made it an hour and 30 minutes into this podcast, one of the best episodes on his channel ever, because I'm here. That's who I got my poncho from. Best purchase that I've ever made. Actually, no, that's who I sold my poncho to be clear. I got my
and he
poncho
probably paid good comms.
it was the best trade that I ever had. It was 90% on that poncho. That was. He traded me a Munch Psyduck, the Japanese Kyogre and Groudon, and a Sleepy Dragonite and a Celebi, which I'm so glad I got out of that Celebi. Lost Origin Celebi. When I got it from him, it was $500. I got out of it at like $485. I think that card is like $250.
It's $240 now.
Yeah, that's nuts. And I know who that card went to, and I love you, and I'm so sorry. Like, shout out to Tommy from PokéSells.
No, what happened was the Mewtwo. You remember the Mew V I bought from you at like $250? Alternate art.
Yeah,
that went up to $800 like the week after I sold it. That was so sad.
I've had a lot of that. Yeah, like that poncho. If I still had it, man, I'd be up.
What is it at, like 15?
No, it dropped a little bit. So
it's like 12.
When I got it, it was like 10.2. I think it's like 13 now.
Yeah.
But I only paid 8.7 for it, so
literally 87%.
Yeah, I made 3% on that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, you made 3%. It's pretty good, right, on that poncho?
Yeah.
But no, that's super cool. I
don't know why people hate Jay. Like, so Jay, I get it. I mean, he corners a part of the market. What he does is incredible. I mean, the one thing that upsets me about him is I'm just tired of seeing your bank statements of $45,000 come up on your Instagram story.
Well, you saw that he got robbed?
Yes, I did see that.
He just got robbed today, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, and it's happening a lot to a lot of people.
I don't know why. Okay, because like what it looks like, because I remember he posted that I think he sold those cards.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So I don't know if it's a thing where people are like claiming the certs are wrong, or if they're doing deals and people aren't paying, or if what's happening.
It's possible. The other thing is like I know he sold a lot of those cards, but at the same, I mean, it could be a situation of and when you're dealing with high value stuff, just because I've done it before outside of Pokemon, and in Pokemon, you get money up front. Like if he did a deal, I don't think he would have, but if he did do a deal where it was like a half and half scenario, somebody took the cards, like that sucks. That just sucks. And there was a couple comments that I saw on that. Also, to all the people, the inconsiderate people that are in those comments, blew my mind. But that there were like some people that are like, how would stuff like that get stolen? And I was like, dude, I've seen people break into people's houses over Pokemon cards.
I mean, we had it happen with Jackson, where he had a friend that like they were good friends, and then he stole it from him. I have another friend that had an employee that he trusted to send like $5,000 worth of inventory to like some guy, and he stole 1,200 of it.
Yeah. No, it's happening all over the place.
It happens everywhere, and it's sad.
That's even like someone asked me, and it's kind of like tying the two. Someone asked me like, "Oh, would Ritual Hits, like, would you ever get an employee?" And I was like, I've thought about it. I was like, but dude, I'd have to trust somebody so much to have their hands on my stuff. Like, I was like, because if one card goes missing, like, I would want to find out where you live before we start working together.
Yeah. So it just depends, you know?
Yeah, and it sucks for Jay, because I think I think he kind of plays on that, he's got the money, like he's kind of Mr. Moneybags sometimes. Yeah, 100%. But like that's a part of it. But I also think like when I did the deal with him, it was so nice. It was so easy. It was fluid. And does he corner the market on ponchos and a couple of other things? Yeah, but I mean, it's niche. I mean, you're doing the thing with PSA 1s.
Mm-hmm.
Except I don't know how many you have because I could have more than you. But if I
How many
sell
do you
all of
have?
them to you, I don't know, like 60 something.
Oh well, yeah, you definitely have more than me.
Some of them are worth nothing. Though. Like actually, you have a gold star. I don't have that.
You should show me what you got. This is my PSA 1 stack, except
I'd have to go into my safe.
this one. I have a Chinese card.
I have one in this room. It's in my closet. I can go get it. I have to take off my gaming headset.
We'll cut back.
Just back here now. Oh. My chair needs a WD-40. No, the one that I have behind me, and so like I'm a Lugia guy. This one I don't think I could get rid of. I'd have to keep it. Wait, does it still have the graded guard protector on it? Hold on. Oh no, what is that? No. I think it does. I don't care. But
Oh yeah, I saw that as far.
yeah.
Yeah, I got these are all ones.
I got a 4.
Oh, nice. I have.
You know what I'm saying?
Far. Some of my favorites that I have are.
Look, he's just
I
getting ready
did
to flex on me, chat. That's
what? No. I have the gold star. I like this Mewtwo.
That Mewtwo's sick. No, there actually are some that I do want from you. And you know what's crazy is when you posted on your story that you were going to be at Lighthouse. I was like, so like I don't have a show this weekend, and we got company coming over, like some friends. Yeah, see, that's one of the ones I want. Like I actually almost want to put a down payment for that, and you never put it out in your showcase again.
I want to put it in my showcase just to grab eyes, you know.
Yeah, but I want to put a down payment and you put a not for sale.
Sure, that's fine. Honestly, I think I'm gonna put it in my Phantom display because I took advantage. The amount of money that I've spent on graded guards in the past like month is a little absurd, but it's because it was Black Friday and I took advantage of it.
Dude, that deal was insane. Like,
I mean, I was buying graded guards at 70%.
Yeah.
What can I say?
You need any specialty ones? I've got a bunch, but I
get the drops. I have, what's the new purple one that came in? Whatever that one is. I have that.
I didn't get that one. I wanted to get that one.
I have 3 of those coming. So if you want one,
I do want one. You always have guards for me though. Are you gonna try to get Aura Saturday?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go on the live stream. I don't know what time it is though. I forgot what time it is. I think it's 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Which is 4 p.m. here, so I'll be at a gymnastics show. So I'll try to get it though.
Damn. Oh wait, bleep that out.
That's all good. But
yeah, I'm gonna try to get that one.
I mean, if you want it, yeah, we could work something out.
No, so when you said that you were gonna be there, I was like, dude, I have company coming over, and I don't really want to go to any show. And then I'm like, but Rocco's got a bunch of PSA ones. And I was like, I'm going to drive 45 minutes to Antioch to just come and see you buy some stuff and leave.
Sure. There you go.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'd prefer that honestly over like Venmo or something where I have to ship it. I will say though, with this lenticular, I don't know what it is with the new slabs, but it's like a little weird. Like it's like a little like bendy. Like it's
Oh, it's their new it's their new cases. That's what it is.
It's like it feels like it pops off, but it doesn't. It's weird.
You can pop it off. I have done it.
I don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Because I'm good. I don't want to be called a fake.
When are you gonna? Have you ever thought about grading through Ace?
That's a British one, right?
Yeah, it's created by Rudolph.
Yeah, Rudolph. Yeah. I don't know. There's not a market for it for me, so no.
No, there's not a market, but I think, man, if you could create a ones market out of Ace, that doesn't even exist in the world.
Really?
Yeah, you'd be the first one, a pioneer. You know what I'm saying?
I'd have to go to Britain for the move that though, because isn't that like it's like one of the good ones in Britain, correct?
Yeah. Well, so what's crazy is PSA just moved. PSA just
Didn't they
in
do a base in Germany or something like that?
no. So in I think middle of January, they're opening up a PSA facility in London, and majority of the UK is like, we're just not gonna submit to you because of the whole whatever
Market
is going on
manipulation.
right now.
Yeah.
Do you believe that? Do you believe it's real? Or do you just believe somebody, accepted the PSA 9 price and got mad about it?
To be honest, I'm indifferent. PSA is still king.
Yeah.
PSA is what ruins the markets. And I low-key posted this on my story yesterday, and I was like, I don't know. But over the weekend, I got the PSA backpack. So
Yeah, I saw that.
Am I team PSA? I wouldn't say I'm necessarily team PSA. It's just what the market is.
I did say that. Somebody asked me what I thought about it, and I was like, dude, you can hate PSA. You can say PSA is the worst company in this, and they're scummy, which they are. But they're not the worst company, but they are scummy. It's but they will continue to be king. Even if there's 1,000 people that are like, oh, we're not going to submit cards to PSA anymore. You know what's crazy? They get what was it like? 100 last week or a week ago, they got like 1,050 subs in a week. No, not 1,050, 150,000 cards were submitted in 1 week. Like, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, and for me, I saw a video, and it was talking about how every grading company has had a scandal like this.
Yeah, all of them.
So it's just part of the process, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's just part of the way that the ball rolls.
Yeah, like PSA is that they do they've had a scandal like that. A lot of people don't like that you have to pay an upcharge on cards. Beckett had a whole thing of a guy, I forgot what it was, like insurance fraud or something. The CEO, a CGC, grading cards that weren't even real. Tag grading, you can take a slab and break it in half. AGS, it's not really anything to say about that. Just a terrible grading company, really. Ace, a lot of people don't like the fact that Randolph sells his own slabs from his own grading company. They're like, yeah, that's kind of wrong, kind of scummy. Yeah, well, he corners the market on his own stuff. I respect that. That's a move. I mean, everybody's gonna have opinions, but you want money, risk it. PSA. That's how it is.
Yeah. And I will say something me and Max are going to try doing is that we're going to try out the PSA buyback thing, how liquid that is actually. Because if we can pick up slabs at like super cheap percentages and then send them off to PSA, we're going to see how that works out and how that pans out for us.
Does PSA do buyback like in person? I didn't know they did. That's crazy.
So you can scan the QR code of a card and just ship it off.
I'm not gonna lie. I've ripped GameStop power packs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, repacks are nuts. I have a gambling issue. But I mean, I get why they do it.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a interesting topic, and it's something that I don't want to say I don't care about, but it's something that I'm indifferent to, and something that is not my style. I'll pick it. And you know what? What is it called? I am equal to all grading companies if it fits within my quota for the weekend.
Yeah.
If I have to pick up if my guy wants AGS slabs versus $10 to $50, I'll pick up every single one I see.
Fair. I mean, I'll say this is a small project. With me talking about the whole $7,000 gone thing, we've been slowly rebuilding. And probably somewhere around our 1 year of vending. So like April 5th, I think is when we started. If you come see us at a show, you will notice that one of our cases will probably start slowly becoming full of black labels.
Hmm.
So we have some right now, but we're currently building our black label inventory because nobody else is, you got PSA 1's niche. You get where I'm coming from.
I like black labels. I actually
do
really
too.
love. I think they're cool. I just don't. I know the market on them is weird.
Markets on them weird, and what I want to do, and this is not what most people would say to do. With a black label, people are like, "Oh, it's 7x or like 9x." I've heard all over the place, 7x PSA 10 value or whatever like that.
Mhm.
Here's my thing. I'm gonna take, if it has a pop already. If it's a pop 1, I probably am gonna make a respectable price. But if it's already popped, our goal is like we want to kind of meet in the middle. Like we graded it ourselves. Like if a card in a black label is market on it is $11,000, I'm gonna charge, I don't know, 7, because it's still way more than PSA. It's kind of the point that I'm getting at, and I kind of want to control the black label market.
Yeah,
so
I think that's valid.
Falling asleep, dude.
What? No.
He's just sitting here.
I think that's valid. I will have to wrap up soon because it's almost midnight and I have to make my reel.
I know, bro. It's almost your bedtime, dude.
It's past my bedtime. But no, I think that it's cool, and something is definitely a key takeaway of this is definitely find a niche, keep on being consistent. I'll ask one last question.
Sure.
What's your guys' 2026 plans?
2026, we want to do, so we've got it in the books right now. We're going to do every Atlanta show, the big ones, both Collecticons. No matter how I have to get another table for myself, I'm going to do it. We're going to do Front Row Atlanta. We're going to do the later Chicago Collecticon. So not the first one, but the second one. We might go walk the first one because I've never been to the Chicago one.
It's awesome. It's fun.
We're also planning to do, it's called Lil TCG Show in New Jersey in like, I don't know, June-ish. And then kind of just filling up that like local shows here and there. The other thing in 2026, keep expanding TCG. For the Summoning Circle, which is our podcast, we are currently actively building a studio.
There you go.
So I don't know. Either we can, whatever. It's easier
for like in person.
So I mean, the Summoning Circle. I'm not going to go into it too much, but like Summoning Circle, we're like, yes, Pokemon related interview style, but at the same time, 2-ish hours of talking about whatever the guest wants to talk about. I mean, we can talk about genuinely whatever, and we want to make it comfortable. Nice big sofas, nice lighting.
Yeah,
just
awesome.
Chill.
That's honestly one of my things that I hate about this podcast is that it's digitalized like this. I really would love to have an in-person podcast, and I plan to in the future have an in-person podcast. Like I think it would be great to after a Collecticon weekend have a podcast set up that is within an island, like post-show hours, or something like that.
That'd be sick.
That'd be really cool. It's like we're sitting down in a Collecticon booth and we're talking about Pokemon, stuff like that. And just bringing that type of professionalism to it, because also my background is very professionalism. Like my dad was a professional musician. Well, he's still a professional musician. So like when it comes to content creation, stuff like this, we take it very seriously. But yeah, that's awesome. I hope it's great, and I hope to see you on Saturday.
I'll most likely be there.
And thank you for the information about that show in White House.
Sure.
I will let you know if I need tables, because it's super close to my house.
Yeah.
Especially if it's good.
There's one more thing in 2026 that was a plan, which is a personal plan, and I can tell you off the podcast if you want to know.
Sure.
just because you're looking like, brother, please. It's been an hour and 50 minutes. Let me turn the podcast off.
No, you're good, bro. It's chill. But yeah, so that's great. And I will wrap up here before we can talk off camera. But make sure, guys, to like, comment, subscribe, do all that type of stuff. Follow us. Follow Ritual Hits on Instagram and TikTok. I believe they have a TikTok
and YouTube.
Make sure to go watch the Summoning Circle. I'll put the link in bio. And also, you can catch us this weekend at the Lighthouse Card Show in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm buying every single slab from $10 to $30. That is within my requirements. But
buying every single slab of Rocco's.
Sure, catch me out. That'd be great.
I don't have that money, but I wish.
But thank you guys for coming on, and we'll catch you guys next week.